2-3. Back up the middle, but only as far as Idale at second base. And that's a third out here in the top of the first. So Mitch Skinner gets a couple of quick outs, gives up a hit, and then gets the ground ball to finish top of the first. And we'll be back with the bottom half of this second inning in game one of the first grade minor semi-final. Alex Johnson to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams still scoreless. Cronulla with 2 hits on the board. Alex Johnson lifts that one deep left field, but not quite deep enough. It'll be an easy play out there for Lachlan Regan. Very good evening to everyone watching at home who can't make it out to the ballpark tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Apologies for the audio issues earlier. A few cables weren't plugged in quite properly. It'll be Ben Martin hit from the left side as he will look for the first hit for the Blacktown Workers in this minor semi-final. In there from Alex Brook for strike one. This is the first of 3 games in the semi-final series of the New South Wales State League first grade competition as Ben Martin grounds out to Jaden Cavill at first base for the second out of the inning. Alex Brook working nicely out here for the Sharks. Should tie the first 5 hitters he has seen. We have the minor semi-final right here in front of us between the Cronulla Sharks and the Blacktown Workers, and out on Diamond 3 here at Blacktown International Sports Park. It's the minor premiers, the Balcombe Hills Kookaburras, taking on the second place Macarthur Orioles, and I can tell you that Macarthur has struck first. And if you want to watch that game, you can, courtesy of Stream My Sport. Head over to the Stream My Sport Facebook page, and you can watch this game and that game at the same time. There won't be any commentary available on that one. You just have to enjoy the game as it is. But you can head over to Game Changer and catch all the live play-by-play, work out who's who in the zoo on the field. Follow both teams, get all the season stats on all the teams. Keep up to date out there. 0-0 here, bottom of the second, 2 out with the Blacktown Workers. Alex Brook looking for out number 3. He's facing Nathan Skinner. That ball hit to Jaden Cavill. Pick it up, throw it over to his pitcher doing the work out there. 6 straight retired for the Cronulla Sharks. And for the second time tonight, I'll bring you some lineups. Now that I know that I'm on air and I'm not going to be talking to myself. We'll start with the visitors tonight. Brad Griffin, he's at shortstop. He led off the game with a walk. Michael Campbell picked up the first hit of the game. He's in centre field. Lachlan Regan struck out. He's starting in left field tonight. Alex Howe with the fly out into left field. Not deep enough for Brad Griffin to score in the top of the first. He's doing the catching tonight. Jaden Cavill is at first base. Kurt Eden, the designated hitter. Darcy Edwards in right field. Hayden Parker at third base. And Matt Palmer at second base. And Alex Brooke with 6 up, 6 down so far tonight. And for the Blacktown Workers, Brent Iredale is at shortstop. Josh Guy is in centre field. Josh Strong is at third base. Alex Johnson is the catcher. Ben Martin is the designated hitter. Nathan Skinner is in left field. Lachlan Boyarski is at third base. Thomas Jackson in right field. And Harrison Dobb at second base. And on the mound is young Mitchell Skinner. A walk and 2 hits so far for him. 0s on the board for his opponent in Alex Brooke. Good start to this first grade minor semi-final. The loser of the 3-game series is unfortunately eliminated. The winner will take on whoever can't progress straight through to the grand final. In the other game, we'll have games 2 and 3 on Saturday and Sunday here in the early evening, late afternoon and early evening. Game 3, if required. Nathan Skinner starts off with ball 1 to Brad Griffin. Back to the top of the lineup for the Cronulla Sharks. If you are tuning in, feel free to say g'day. Let us know who you're supporting. If you've got any questions, send them through. I'm sure we'll be able to answer them for you. If not, I can ask someone and get it answered. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to Brad Griffin. We'll have a quick look at what Brad's achieved so far this year in the Cronulla first grade side. 10 games under his belt, 342 average. He swings and misses at that. Off-speed pitch down and away. 13 hits from his 38 at-bats. 4 doubles and a triple. 6 RBIs. Scored 5 times. Copped it in the body once. And that will be his 9th strikeout of the season to go with 3 walks. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Hand things over to his centre fielder, Michael Campbell. Will hit from the left side. Cronulla operating a righty-lefty combination, which is a common theme for the Sharks throughout the years. 6 games for Mitchell Skinner in first grade, 22 and a third innings pitched. Three starts, 3 relief appearances. Picked up the 1 win on the season, sporting a pretty handy 2.015 ERA. There's 24 strikeouts to go with 12 walks. He's given up 5 runs, all earned on 14 hits. That pitch a little bit high. 3-0 to Michael Campbell. He's only hit the 1 batter. There's some tidy numbers there. Small sample size though, only the 6 games. All weekend games, so his first midweek appearance of the season. As he finds the zone there for 3-1. Coming over from the former Penrith, now Greater Western club. That ball's grounded to Iredale, who sets in position at shortstop. Nice strong throw across the diamond of Josh Strong for the second out. And that's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. get away for ball one. So at the end of the regular season, Baulkham Hills Kookaburras finished atop with 13 wins and 2 losses. That one into right field, and that'll be the third out. Thomas Jackson taking the catch out there in right field to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the third. Still looking for our first run of the ball game. We'll continue with our recap of the first grade standings. 13 wins, 2 losses, 107 runs scored, only 45 given up. MacArthur Orioles started this season slow, but finished with a 10-win, 3-loss and 1 draw record, scoring 87 runs to 45, 2 games behind the MacArthur Orioles. Blacktown finished in third. Last year's champs, 9 wins, 5 losses and a draw from their 15 games played. And the fourth place, Cronulla Sharks, 7 wins, 5 records. Obviously, weather playing a big part in what would have been a 28-game season. Unfortunately, only able to get in half the games in the season. Canterbury finished 5th, 5 wins, 1 draw, 7 losses. Manly in 6th. After a good start from them, they got the second most games played in the season, 7 wins and 10 losses. Finished with a -2 run differential. Scored a good bunch of runs, but gave up a few too many. Saw them finish in 6th spot. Riot Hawks finishing down in 7th, 5 wins, 2 draws and 8 losses. And Greater Western rounding it out with a win. And it was against these Cronulla Sharks. They had a draw and they had 17 losses on the season for a 43, 188 runs for and against. We turn to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Lachlan Boyarski to lead things off. He starts with a strike from Alex Brook. Alex Brook, 19 pitches so far through his 2+ innings of work. 13 of them for strikes, so good strike economy there, good pitch economy from Alex Brook. That one hit on the ground, in between hop on Hayden Parker. Tied him up. He just backed off when he saw that little in-between bounce. We'll see if the score is recorded as a hit. Might go down as an error. But Harrison Dobb will be the first base runner for the Blacktown Workers. They have given it a hit, so first hit of the night for Blacktown. Thomas Jackson now to hit for the Workers. Bottom of the third inning here in game 1 of the Baseball New South Wales first grade minor semi-final. Got a jam-packed calendar of action coming to you over the next 3 weeks, including under-18 Tuesday night action next week. Due to a clash with the under-16, the Senior League State Championships. There was an alteration in the under-18 State League Finals draw. So the under-18s are going Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So we'll have tight turnaround for those under-18 boys. Thomas Jackson down, no balls and 2 strikes. Down bottom of the knees for strike 3. So Alex Brooke gets his first out of the inning. I'll bring up the Blacktown second baseman, Harrison Dobb. Nicely executed pitch by Alex Brooke to get Jackson down on strikes. Hit run. Palmer picks it up, throws it over to first base for the second out. Harrison Dobb moves Boyarski after second, but it is the second out of the inning here in the bottom of the third. Alex Brooke, 11 games for him this year. 8 of them starts, 2 out of the pen. 2-2 win-loss record for him, sporting a 3.343 ERA. Sounds like MacArthur may have scored another run out there. Wait for an update on Game Changer. 17 runs scored, 13 of them earned on 26 hits from Alex Brooke. 24 strikeouts, 24 walks, 38 strikeouts, 7 hit by pitch. Faced Blacktown only a week and a half ago. Pitched 6 innings. 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Struck out 11. Paying plenty of attention to Boyarski at second base. Brent Idle asking for time and Jason Spurway granting it. 2-0 here for Brent Idle. Inside for ball 3. Idle just getting out of the way of it. And 4 straight balls for Idle, so Blacktown rather, threatening with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Runners at first and second. I'll bring up the power hitter in Josh Geyer. Went 0 for 3 the last time he faced the Sharks. Did have an RBI. Walked once, struck out twice. Alex Brooke and Alex Howe just having a chat in the middle of the infield. Make sure they're on the same page. Runners at first and second. That one's just going to hit Geyer in the thighs, so Alex Brooke just losing a bit of control here in the third inning. Last time they met, it was a 6-3 win to the Blacktown Workers. Both teams scoring 3 in the first. Before zeros across the board and Blacktown striking in the bottom of the 7th. Cronulla 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Blacktown with the 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors. So Josh Strong bats here with the bases loaded and 2 out. Blacktown now looking for first runs in this ball game. Lifts that one, but only as far as Brad Griffin at short. So Alex Brook gets out of the bases loaded jam. And we are scoreless through 3. And the action continues this weekend, kicking off at 11 a.m. with our 2 under-18 semi-finals. We'll bring you the minor semi-final here on Diamond 1. All the games that are played on Diamond 1 streamed live here on the Baseball New South Wales YouTube channel. It'll be the Macarthur Orioles and the Wright Hawks in that minor semi-final. Blacktown and Borkham Hills doing battle out on the back diamond in the under-18s before we have game 2 between these 2 teams again, Blacktown and Cronulla. That game's scheduled for a 3 o'clock first pitch, and then at 6:30 we'll bring you Borkham Hills and Macarthur in game 2. Macarthur up 2-0 over there, bottom of the 3rd inning. Shane Fogarty on the mound for the Macarthur Orioles. And Zach Shepherd on the mound for Borkham Hills. 2 hits so far for Quinn Johnson. He has the one of 2 RBIs. Mitch Austin with the other. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Macarthur scoring in the 1st and the 3rd for their 2-0 lead. Borkham Hills now batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Alex Howe hitting here. Here in the top of the 4th for the Cronulla Sharks. 1 ball, 1 strike with that pitch in there for a strike from Mitchell Skinner. Fouls that one off for strike 2. 1 and 2 now the count. And on Sunday, action again, nice and early, 9 a.m. start. Minor semi-final between Canterbury and Blacktown. That'll be here on the Baseball New South Wales YouTube. As Alex Howe goes down on the foul tip for the first out here in the top of the 4th. And Greater Western and Borkham Hills will do battle out on Diamond 3. And then at 12:30, Manly will take on Macarthur in the minor semi-final. We'll just get a clarification on that. No, that is correct. Blacktown sneaking into 2nd place over the weekend. Jaden Cavill now hitting here with 1 out. He has a 1 ball and 2 strike count. And then if required, we'll have game 3 of these first grade semi-finals. If game 3 isn't required, then it'll be a nice early Sunday night off. But inevitably, one of these games may go to game 3. Both of them might, none of them might. Jaden Cavill down on strike, so Mitch Skinner. 2 quick strikeouts here to start the top of the 4th. Kurt Eden now will hit. Designated hitter for the Sharks and pops it up. Alex Johnson out, catches it. And a nice quick 1-2-3 inning for Mitch Skinner and the Blacktown Workers. Will head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll have Alex Johnson, Ben Martin and Nathan Skinner due up when we return. Alex Johnson leading things off here, bottom of the 4th inning, 0-0 ball game. Cronulla with 2 hits, Blacktown with 1. Game 1 of the first grade State League minor semi-finals. Two and 0 to Alex Johnson. Alex against Alex, with Alex behind the plate. Three and 0. Brook staying inside on Johnson, not letting him extend his hands. Did the same thing with Josh Geyer. Pounded away inside. And just like he did on Guy, walks him on 4 straight pitches. Sorry, it wasn't Geyer. It was Iredale. Guy was hit by a pitch. For Josh Strong, grounded out. They'll bring up Ben Martin for the Workers. Jersey number 71. Broken bat just past the pitcher, Alex Brook. No play for Brad Griffin at second for the double play, so he just throws it over to Jaden Cavill. Alex Johnson moves up to second base. And Alex Brook has his first out of the inning. Ben Martin doing the job of moving Alex Johnson in a scoring position. And they'll bring up Nathan Skinner. Inside for ball one. Brushing Skinner back off the plate. 14 games for Skinner. 289 average, 13 hits from his 45 at-bats. 11 singles, a double and a triple. Hasn't faced Cronulla this year. His first look at Alex Brook and the Cronulla Sharks. This is down for ball one. Or three, rather, sorry. 3-0. And that misses down. So, pair of 4-pitch walks around a ground out. Alex Brook just a little bit off target again here in the bottom of the fourth. But like he did in the third, looking to get out of it. 42 pitches thrown so far. His counterpart Mitchell Skinner, 56 total pitches. So these sides only meeting once during the year, all the other three games being washed out, and it was back on March 13. 6-3 victory to the Blacktown Workers. Alex Brook, the pitcher on that day. One and one here for Boyarsky. Tyron Fergie getting the win for the Blacktown Workers. Todd Grattan the save. Blacktown using 4 pitches to Cronulla's 3. Fouls it off into the mask of Alex Howe. Will be given a little bit of a breather by home plate umpire Jason Spurway. 113 pitches for Alex Brook the last time he faced Cronulla for his 11th strikeout game. Wasn't quite enough to get the victory. Picked up the no decision. Kurt Eden took the loss in that one after giving up 3 runs in the 7th. Alex Howe just shaking out the hand. Hit on the ground to Griffin. Pick up to Parker for 1. To Cavill for 2. And that's a nicely turned double play by the Cronulla defence. Getting Alex Brook out of the inning. Blacktown arguing with first base umpire Dave Brodie. But they're not going to get any joy out of it. And we're through 4 here in the minor semi-final. Cronulla 0. Blacktown 0. Into the bottom of the fourth, out on Diamond 3. MacArthur with the 2-0 lead. Shane Fogarty's still out on the mound. James McCallum about to bat as that bottom of the fourth inning gets underway. You can check out the action of that game on Stream My Sport. Head over to the Stream My Sport Facebook page and you can catch a live stream of that game while you watch this game. We'll bring you the updates from that game. You can see a little bit of action out there, so got the best of both worlds. In fact, two lefties will bat at the same time. Nice loud, I got it. Call out there by Josh Geyer will retire Dylan Edwards on the first pitch here in the top of the fifth inning. Mitchell Edwards settling in nicely now after a troubling first inning. Still a little bit shaky in the second, but his third and fourth were very good, and he started off the fifth in the best way possible. Inside there on Hayden Parker for strike one. Pitch missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside corner on Hayden Parker for strike 2. Matthew Palmer will be next. Swings and misses of that one. So 2 quick outs here on 4 pitches by Mitch Skinner. Down and in for ball 1 to the 9-hole hitter, Hayden Parker. Sorry, Matthew Palmer. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Sorry, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitch Skinner just pounding the zone right now. Just missing. Can't get the swing from Palmer. Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Full count now. And fights back from 2 strikes to earn the walk, and he's going to turn the lineup over. And picked off over at first base. A little bit eager over there, and that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. We still have no score. Thomas Jackson leading things off here for Blacktown, bottom of the 5th. Showing bunt, taking it away, takes ball 1. Check swing, fouled off to the back fence. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three one now to Jackson. And fights back to draw the walk. Blacktown have a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking to break open this game, be the first to score. Might only take one run to win this ball game. Blacktown were on the wrong side of the pitcher's duel last Wednesday night out here at Blacktown Diamond 3. Going down 2-1 to Manly. Or 1-0 rather to Manly. In there for strike one. It's the 9-hole hitter, Harrison Dobb. Check over the runner at first. He's back in, face first on the base. One strike on Dobb. Jackson takes off. Nice strong throw by Howe. Misses a tag at second base. Nice slide by Jackson. And he's in there with a stolen base. And the ball just coming out at the end of the tag as well. But Jackson sliding around it. Alex Howe now just giving instructions to his infield. Make sure they get the ball in the right place when it goes into play. One to the 9-hitter Dobb. Parker cleans up over. Palmer rather cleans up over at second base, but Jackson moves up to third base. And Blacktown do have that first run of the ball game 90 feet away. And Alex Brooks going to have to navigate his way through the top half of the lineup if he's to get out of this inning without giving up that first run. Cronulla, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Blacktown, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 walks for the Sharks, 4 walks for Blacktown. No pitch, down and away for ball 1. Inside, finds the zone. 1 ball and a strike for Brent Iredale. 0 for 1 so far tonight with a walk. Very handy leadoff man for the Workers. Chops it into his foot. Hitting 500 on the season. Nine walks, 13 strikeouts, 31 hits in his 62 at-bats, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run, which was against MacArthur back on February 6. Outside corner, but too far outside. Doesn't get Iredale swinging. Showing he's a very patient hitter. 2-2 now the count. Alex Brook working his way into it. Went 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored the last time these two teams met. Lifts that one into left field. That'll be deep enough to score the run. It actually turns Lachlan Regan inside out. And it'll be Michael Campbell who'll clean it up. And it'll be an RBI double to Brent Iredale. Knocks in that run. And Blacktown Workers go out into the front here. 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. That ball just got a little bit big on Lachlan Regan out there in left field. And we have our first run of the ball game. Josh Guy now steps up, hit by pitch in his last at bat. Takes ball 1 from Alex Brook. Ball gets away from Alex Howe. Now up to second now. And sack fly here could give Blacktown a 2-0 lead. Guy going 0 for 3 back on March 13. Did have an RBI. He walked and struck out twice. Curveball in there for strike 1 rather. 2 balls and a strike. Guy just taking the free pitch offered up by Alex Brook. 10 RBIs for Guy this year. Hitting .241 during the regular season. Takes that pitch inside. 3-1. Already been hit once tonight. And the breaking ball. Not able to get it to come back enough on the inside corner. And put runners on the corners for Josh Strong. Almost getting away. Good athleticism shown over there by Jaden Cavill to rope that one back in. A bit of action up there in the bullpen for Cronulla. Too far away, so I can't tell you who it is. Must remember to pack the binoculars for the weekend. Two and 0 for Josh Strong. Alex Johnson waiting on deck. Fires in the strike. Foul tip off the bat of Strong. 2-1 now. Guy with the fake out over at first. Alex Brook holding his composure, making sure he didn't balk. Hold the Cronulla infield, yelling out step off. 2-1 the count remains. Now the check over at first, but Guy back in time. Three and 1 now for Josh Strong. And takes ball 4. So loaded bases again here for Blacktown, threatening to score more runs, adding to that 1-run lead that they have. But before Alex Johnson steps up, we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound. We'll give you an update on our major semi-final over on Diamond 3. Balcombe Hill struck in the bottom of the 4th, so it's now 4-1. MacArthur batting in the top of the 5th. And looks like another run on the board. Dane Wigg coming across the plate. Quinn Johnson rounding second and heading up the third off the bat of Chris Douglas. So 3-1 ball game over there on Diamond 1. Zach Shepherd's still on the mound for Balcombe Hills. With runners on the corners for MacArthur in the top of the 5th. Shane Fogarty still out on the mound. 4 innings pitched. 1 earned run on 4 hits, 4 strikeouts. Zach Shepherd, 91 pitches through 4 2/3. Has struck out 9, but he's given up 3 earned runs on 6 hits. That's the update from Diamond 3. Courtesy of Stream My Sport. Head over to Stream My Sport. You can catch that game and watch this one at the same time. Bottom of the 5th here, Blacktown Workers leading this one 1-0. Loaded bases and 1 out for the very dangerous Alex Johnson. Taking a .310 batting average into the game from the regular season. A .999 OPS. 9 hits from his 29 at-bats in his 8 appearances. 2 home runs, both of them against Ryde, back on the 19th of February. Inside, 3-1. Alex Brook running into a little bit of trouble. Nowhere to put Johnson here. Needs to get a ground ball double play to finish things like he did in the bottom of the 4th. Two hits apiece. Blacktown with the only run on the board. Gets it in there for a strike, but fouled off. We'll fill the count up at 3-2, but only 1 out. Full count for Johnson. Another foul under the back screen. Outside corner, but just misses for ball 4. Alex Brook wanted to strike. Just didn't get it. And it will be a bases loaded walk, and it will see the end of Alex Brook for tonight. 4 1/3 innings on the board. He will leave with the bases loaded. He'll be responsible for all 3 of them. And his night here is done. 4 1/3, 74 pitches, 36 for strikes. The strike rate dropped off a little bit in the last 2 innings. A couple of walks creeping into the game. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 strikeout on 6 walks. He won't be able to go 6 again tonight. He leaves, hands the ball over to the relief pitcher. Number 41 on the roster. Can't make out the handwriting on the lineup, so we'll rely on Ethan Teixeira is the pitcher. Just the 2 innings in first grade for Ethan Teixeira. 3.1, the 2 outings for Ethan Teixeira. Both of them Wednesday night games back in February before the monsoons hit. 3 1/3 innings pitched. Giving up 4 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits, 4 walkouts, 4 strikes. And it's going to be a steal of home by Josh Geyer. Blacktown rolling the dice. Ben Martin just not moving, not swinging. It was a call of stay down, Benny, coming from third base coach Nathan Wright. We're going to assume the first pitch was a ball. Blacktown rolling the dice. They scored the first. They've had the bases loaded walk for the second. And now steal of home on the first pitch from the reliever, Ethan Teixeira. Swing and a miss by Ben Martin. Tried to make it 6-0. 1 ball and 1 strike. So a bit of excitement here in the bottom of the 5th. Run driven in, a run walked in, and a run stolen. Blacktown trying to manufacture runs. And nicely played ball out there at shortstop by Brad Griffin. Avoiding Alex Johnson, who was backing back to his base. Nothing that either of them could do out there. And of course, with no runner at first base, there was no infield fly in effect. But Ethan Teixeira comes out and retires Ben Martin for the second out of the inning. He's going to hope he can get out number 3 here with Nathan Skinner and avoid any further damage as we head into the second half of this ball game. It's the minor semi-final here in first grade on a balmy Wednesday night. Bit of a breeze around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, we don't quite feel it up here in the commentary box. Two and 1 here now for Nathan Skinner. Outside for ball 3. And Nathan Skinner draws the walk, much to the displeasure of Alex Howe, who's looking for another strike. So the bases will once again be loaded, but this time with 2 out. Strike 1 to Lachlan Boyarski now. Batting with 2 out and the bases loaded. Looking to extend this Blacktown Workers lead. Ethan Teixeira with the task of ending the inning and getting his offense back into play to overcome this 3-run deficit here after 5. Chris Oxspring out on the mound now for Borkham Hills over on Diamond 3. Strike 1. Strike 2, rather. Three-run out on Diamond 3-1 in favour of MacArthur out on Diamond 3. 3-0 here on Diamond 1. Lachlan Boyarski, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ethan Teixeira looking for strike 3. Ball 2. 2 and 2, 2 out. Load of bases. Workers on every corner. Fouls it off to the screen. Count remains 2 and 2. Fouls it off. Stays strong. Hits it onto the road here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Not Eastern Road. The road leading into the ground for a foul. That ball hit to Hayden Parker at third. Gobbles it up this time. Steps on third base to retire Alex Johnson on the fielder's choice. And end the inning. But Blacktown strike 3 times, courtesy of a base hit, a walk, and a steal of home. And through 5 here in the minor semi-final. It's the Blacktown Workers 3, Cronulla Sharks 0. So back to the top of the lineup for the Cronulla Sharks here. Top of the 6th, Mitch Skinner back out on the mound. He had a very long break during the bottom half of that 5th inning. So we'll see if that's going to affect him at all. In there for strike 1, a ball and a strike. Up the middle does go Griffin. Iredale comes across, scoops it up, but it falls out of his glove. And it will be a lead-off single for Brad Griffin. Exactly the way the Sharks would have wanted to start this top of the 6th. As they try to overcome this 3-run deficit. Wednesday night baseball out here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Game 1 of the New South Wales State League first grade semi-final series. We have the minor league semi-final, Blacktown and Cronulla, 3rd versus 4th. Mitchell Skinner starts Michael Campbell, strike 1. Up for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Action continues on Saturday with the under-18s minor semi-final on Diamond 1, major semi-final on Diamond 3. We'll be calling the minor semi-final of the under-18s here on Diamond 1 from 11 a.m. 2-1 for Michael Campbell. And then game 2 of both of these first grade series We'll have Cronulla and Blacktown up first, followed by MacArthur and Borkham Hills. At this stage, it'll be Blacktown and MacArthur looking for win number 2 in the series and to wrap things up a day early. (3-1) to Campbell. 3-1 the score, also over on Diamond 3 between MacArthur and Borkham Hills. Top of the 6th over here. So they've caught up to us. We're a little bit behind with the quick innings we were having over here. But things have caught up over here and over there, and they've slowed down over here. And Ben Maguire's going to go out and have a chat with young Nathan Mitchell Skinner. And Daniel Cummings is going to be the pinch hitter. For Lachlan Regan. Lachlan Regan with a strikeout on the night. Strikeout and ground out. So he'll finish the night 0-2. And then the Action Sunday gets underway nice and early at 9 a.m. with our third grade minor semi-final. And a stray foul ball from Diamond 3 sits in shallow right field. Well picked up by Blacktown third baseman Lachlan Boyarski. So Daniel Cummings steps in. Pinch hitting for Lachlan Regan. Shows bunt. Drops it down. No play anywhere but first. The throw's a little bit offline by Min Skinner. But Josh Strong reacted well enough to rein it in and step back on first base to get the out. Not quite up the line as what Daniel Cummings would have been hoping for. Made it a reasonably easy play. Even put Michael Campbell in trouble at second base. But Mitchell Skinner just took the shore out. He has the three-run lead in his favour. Made sure of one, and that certain out was over at first base. So Alex Howe steps up. Chance to knock in a couple of runs here. Get his team back in the ball game before it gets too late. Alex Howe, one-time member of this Blacktown Workers side. Something I'm looking forward to on Saturday, though, is the food selection here at a Blacktown International Sports Park. Definitely missing it tonight. But the canteen will, of course, be open all day long. Kerry Jackson and her crew. Second best canteen in baseball, of course, behind Manly's. Strike one to Alex Howe. 2-1 now the count. 2 runners on. Down and in. Can't find the spot. 3-1 now to Alex Howe. Jaden Cavill waiting on deck. Inside corner. Alex Howe thought he had ball 4, but Jason Spurway Said strike one. Sorry, strike two. So full count now with one out. Michael Campbell at second, Brad Griffin at third. And that pitch inside for ball four. Alex Howe gets the call this time. And Benny Maguire is going to make a pitching change, point straight up to the bullpen. So Mitch Skinner's night is done. And it looks like I might be Dylan Clark coming out of the pen. Good outing by Mitch Skinner. 5 and a third. He does leave with the bases loaded though. 80 pitches. Dylan Clark, the new pitcher for the Blacktown Workers. Borkham Hills threatening over on diamond 2. Got runners on second and third with nobody out. Shane Fogarty's run into a little bit of trouble. I've been calling it diamond 3 all night. It's actually diamond 2. Correction on that. Minor detail. Keen Howard hitting for Borkham Hills. So Jaden Cavill will be the first to bat here for Cronulla. First hitter that Dylan Clark will face. Jaden Cavill will have the bases loaded with one out. MacArthur, 3 runs on 6 hits. Borkham Hills, 1 run, 8 hits. They do have runners at second and third with nobody out. Single to Nick Chappell and a double to Matt Bennett to start the bottom of the 6th. Jaden Cavill back here on diamond 1, swings at strike 1. Or swings at the first pitch from Dylan Clark, 4 strike 1. Cavill fouls that one off, maybe in play. No, just gets out of play enough into the family area up the first baseline. So Cavill behind now, 0-2. Needs a battle here if he's to score Cronulla's first run of the night. Check swing, didn't go. Call up to first base. Dave Brody says no. Blacktown wanted a yes call, they didn't get it. Nice hold there by Jaden Cavill. One and 2 now for Cavill. Leaves the pitch down. Evens the count at 2-2. Full count now. Cavill working his way back into the count from 0-2 back to 3-2. Chance to strike here for the Sharks. Swing and a miss. And the fast ball on the outside corner for out number 2. Dylan Clark comes out, gets the job done here. Gets one out. Looking for another with Kurt Eden stepping up. Brad Griffin at third. Michael Campbell at second. Alex Howe at first base. Plenty of speed on the base paths in Campbell and Howe. Anything into a gap. Cronulla will be hoping to score all three. Ball gets away. Griffin with the slide, head first slide into home plate, and he's out. Caught short at home. Alex Johnson got the favourable bounce off the back fence. And the underhand flip. To Dylan Clark on home plate. Gets Brad Griffin. And that's the third out of the inning. So Blacktown getting out of that jam. And they lead this one 3-0 when they head to the bottom of the sixth. Ethan Sechera back out on the mound for the Cronulla Sharks. Thomas Jackson leading things off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Blacktown with the favourable 3-0 lead. They look to consolidate this lead and ride it all the way into the ninth and take game one here at Blacktown International Sports Park. MacArthur have escaped that jam over on diamond 2. Thomas Jackson down on strikes. They did give up a run. Jack Dormer scoring Nick Chappell on the sacrifice fly. So 3-2 ball game out there on diamond 2 as that game starts its 7th inning. It's a 3-0 ball game here. Ethan Teixeira to Harrison Dobb. Dobb swinging at strike one, down in the dirt. Outside corner for Teixeira, but it's not there. One and two. Inside check swing, bailing out of the way, fouls it off. Free foul there for Teixeira. Count remains 1 and 2. Outside corner for strike 3. Teixeira rings up Harrison Dobb on strikes. Great location by Teixeira. Guess the strike 3 call, and Cronulla have 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Simon Parker has come in to play left field. So Daniel Cummings came up, sacrifice bunt, and his night is over. So back to the top of the lineup for Blacktown Workers, and it's Brent Iredale. 2 balls and a strike so far from Ethan Teixeira. Pitch missing inside, 3 and 1 now to the leadoff man. 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI and a walk. So stats all over the place for the Blacktown shortstop. Was charged with the error in the previous inning. Too high for ball 4 rather. And it'll be a 2-out walk to Brent Iredale. Shearer keeping a close eye on Iredale over at first. Josh Guy, the hitter now. Stole home in the bottom of the 5th inning. The bases loaded for the second run of the ball game. Check over at first. Hit run at the base. Tough play, picks up, but nothing there for Matt Palmer. Broke over to the base. Right place, right time. Guy going up the middle on the hit and run. Got the tough hop. Wasn't sure if it was going to hit the bag and bounce in a foreign direction. Just couldn't get it in his glove. Was maybe trying to catch the ball and stand on the base at the same time to get the out. Would have been the third out of the inning, but it wasn't to be. I'll extend this inning now for Josh Strong. Fouls off the first pitch, lifts that pitch into the infield, and Jaden Cavill works underneath it, makes a catch, and no harm, no foul out there on the last play. It is a 0 on the scoreboard for the Blacktown Workers, but they still lead this one 3-0 as we head into the 7th inning. Uh, 62. Find some statistics on Dylan Clark. To the bottom. Oh, we've got him up. So Dylan Clark back out on the mound for the Blacktown Workers, coming out of the bullpen in the previous inning and shut down the Cronulla threat. Kurt Eden back out to bat, this time with the bases empty. 1 ball, 1 strike for him. Dylan Clark on the season, 16 2/3 innings through 12 games, all of them out of the pen. 1 win, 1 loss record with a save. Given up 16 runs, 13 of them earned on 14 hits. 26 strikes, 26 strikes and 12 walks. 7.020 ERA. Through 3 innings against Cronulla in the only meeting of the season between these two teams, striking out 5. And the first batter he faces here in the top of the 7th. We Kurt Eden, and he will walk him. And to bring up Darcy Edwards, the right fielder for the Sharks. Dylan Clark fires in, strike one. Swings and misses of that one for strike two. So Dylan Clark quickly ahead on Darcy Edwards. No balls and 2 strikes. Kurt Eden standing at first. And 3 straight strikes for Darcy Edwards. And he's down for the first out. In the top of the 7th. Game on Diamond 2 has just finished the 7th inning. So they're heading to inning 8 and 9. MacArthur holding on to a 3-2 lead. Hayden Parker now. Cronulla, third baseman. Takes ball 1. Count now 1-1. One and two now the count. Dylan Clark looking to get this inning over and done with. Really consolidate the 3-0 lead. Outside corner down for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Punched in the right field, falling in. Tom Jackson unable to make the catch, just falling in front of him. Kurt Eden made the early decision to commit himself to second base. So Cronulla again have a runner in scoring position. And it's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Matt Palmer. 0 for 1 so far tonight with the walk. Strike 1, fired in. Six appearances in first grade for Matt Palmer, 5 for 15. Single and a double against his name. Went 0 for 2. And these two teams met a fortnight ago, or a week ago. Where are we? 10 days ago. Pitch gets away. It'll be a wild pitch. Charge to Dylan Clark. Alex Johnson unable to handle it. It'll be ball 3. It'll field the count up 3-2. Kurt Eden now at third. Hayden Parker at second. So the count will be 2-2. Scoreboard was changed very quickly. 2-2 now for Matt Palmer. Swings and misses at the high fastball from Dylan Clark. And Palmer goes down on strikes. But it does turn the lineup over for Brad Griffin. So 2 out hit. Brad Griffin swings and misses at strike 1. Couple of runs on the offer here for the Cronulla Sharks, but they've got to do it with 2 out. Kurt Eden stands at third. Hayden Parker's at second. Slider gets away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don Clark trying to get his slider to take a corner of the zone. Just not tempting Brad Griffin enough. The swing and miss. Count now 2-1. Comes back with a fastball, but fouled off. 2-2 now the count. 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. Cronulla Sharks running out of outs to score these runs. They trail 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Check swing. Blacktown thought strike 3. Dave Brody said no. So it feels the count at 3-2. Definitely didn't look like a swinging strike from up here. A big pitch here for Dylan Clark. Big pitch here for Brad Griffin and the Cronulla Sharks. Dylan Clark coming out on top with the high fastball. He's got a couple of key strikeouts up there tonight. And he will put up another 0 on the board. It's 7 zeros on in a row for Blacktown, and they lead this one 3-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Time to stretch. Pitch and change for the Cronulla Sharks. Kurt Eden coming onto the mound, coming out of the designated hitter role. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff man, Alex Johnson. Outside corner. Oh, 1 and 2 the count, rather. First pitch was a called strike. So 1 and 2 now. Eden working away. A little bit far away. 2 and 2. Alex Johnson rips that one, but only as far. As a left fielder, Simon Parker, who has a fall out of his glove in left field. And Alex Johnson will be aboard. Not the start the Sharks would have wanted here in the bottom of the 7th. Ben Martin takes ball 1 from Kurt Eden. Martin was at the plate when Josh Geyer stole home back in the 5th inning. It was a 1-0 ball game at the time. Josh Geyer made it 2-0 before a wild pitch scored the 3rd run of the ball game. The bottom of the 5th is the only inning we've had runs. Looks like we had another stray foul ball in the outfield. Michael Campbell cleaning up this one in centre field. 1-1 to Martin. Eden misses outside through the right-handed batter's box. Of course, the action continues here on Friday night with the women's 2nd grade preliminary final between perennial semi-finalists, the Cronulla Sharks, and the West Sydney Boomers, the back-to-back defending champions. Obviously, the Boomers team from the last couple of years moving up into the 1st grade competition this season. So a bit of a different roster there, but they have managed to make the finals for the 3rd straight year. And they'll take on Cronulla. It's a replay of last year's 2nd grade grand final. Blacktown already qualifying for the grand final, so congratulations to Nick Sardelic and the Blacktown women's 2nd grade. Another foul ball falling in centre field. Michael Campbell keeping busy out there. And we're back here at 11 o'clock on Saturday with our under-18 minor semi-final on Diamond 1, major semi-final on Diamond 2. And we're broadcasting the minor semi-final on Diamond 1 from 11 a.m. before Game 2 of our 1st grade semi-finals. Blacktown and MacArthur, followed by Borkham Hills and, Blacktown and Cronulla, followed by Borkham Hills and MacArthur. That game heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. MacArthur still up 3-2. And then a nice early start on Sunday as that ball hit to Brad Griffin. Picks up, throws to Matt Palmer for 1. And Ben Martin will be retired at first base for the 2nd leg of the double play. Nicely turned there by Matt Palmer at 2nd base. And it's 2 quick outs here for Kurt Eden. Nice camera work by our camera crew downstairs. That ball up the middle of the ball of the bat of Nathan Skinner. Matt Palmer won't be able to make the play on this one. And it'll be a 2-out single for the Workers here. They look to tack on another couple of runs and put this game to bed as we head into the final innings of this one. Third grade kicking off at 9 a.m. on Sunday, followed by second grade at 12:30. And then either of the game threes from the first grade semi-finals on Sunday night. That ball hit to Griffin. He'll just throw it to Palmer. Won't have to turn the double play this time as that's the third out of the inning. So we will head to the 8th inning. Blacktown 3, Cronulla 0. So Michael Campbell, fresh off retrieving a couple of stray foul balls in centre field, steps up and leads off here in the top of the 8. His Cronulla Sharks down 3-0. Up and in. Ball 3. So Dylan Clark back out on the mound for another inning of work. Looks like Todd Grattan up in the pen for the Workers. Campbell takes strike 1. The free pitch in there will be Campbell, followed by Parker, and then Howe here in the top of the 8th. Fogarty looking to go the distance out on diamond 2. One out there in the bottom of the 8th. And Campbell takes ball 4. So Dylan Clark with the lead-off walk. And will be Simon Parker to hit. Action up in the Cronulla Sharks bullpen as well. You may see a new pitcher. The Sharks. Although with Kurt Eden due to hit, may see him in the 8th. 9th rather. No, bottom of the 8th. And Michael Campbell trying to steal second, got the walking lead. But Dylan Clark was up to the task, the long hold on the mound. And a couple of tosses up and down that right side baseline, and Michael Campbell will be retired. Simon Parker now batting with the bases empty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Did have that unfortunate drop in left field in the previous inning, but didn't hurt his team. Both teams with 3 hits. Blacktown with 1 error. Cronulla with 2 errors. And it's the big 3 in the R column for Blacktown. As I'm in pole position for potentially Sunday off, if they can come out on Saturday and take game 2. So full count here for Simon Parker. 5 outs left for the Cronulla Sharks to at least make this a tie ball game. And that is strike 3. So 2 outs now. Dylan Clark pounding the zone. Gets Simon Parker to strike out. Fastball straight down the middle. So Alex Howe bats now with 2 out. Takes the first pitch from Dylan Clark down and in for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and a strike. One's a little bit higher, so 2-1 now. Fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Game 1 of the Baseball New South Wales State League first grade semi-finals. This is the 3rd versus 4th minor semi-final. Just down for ball 3. So 3-2 now for Alex Howe. Balcombe Hills have runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 out. Coach Jason Moyes has gone to his bullpen to bring out Adam Bates with 2 outs. Looking for a 4-out save over on diamond 2. Alex Howe swings and misses. That strike 3. So another 0 on the scoreboard for the Blacktown defence. And they'll have one last at-bat here in this minor semi-final. They lead it 3-0, heading to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Jack Dormer up to bat for Borkham Hills over in diamond 2. Runners the second and third in the form of Nick Chappell and Will Edwards. MacArthur trying to hold on to this 3-2 lead. Borkham Hills trying to break some hearts. Jack Dormer lifts it high and deep, but it is caught in the outfield. So Adam Bates comes out of the bullpen and gets a job done for MacArthur. They'll head to the 9th with a 3-2 lead over in the major semi-final on diamond 2. No changes defensively here by the looks of things. Oh no, we have the left fielder. Change in left field for Cronulla. We'll have Thomas Jackson, Harrison Dobb and Brent Iredale up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kurt Eden back out on the mound. He'll be second up, the top of the 9th. It's been a real pitcher's duel tonight. Only that one little blip for Cronulla cost them in the 5th inning. Alex Brook not able to get out of it. Thomas Jackson takes first pitch for strike 1, and that one is ball 1. So 1-1 for Jackson. Swings and misses. Moving off balance swing at that one. Side corner just a little bit too far away. Even in the count at 2-2. Jackson ripping that one foul. 3-2 now the count. Sorry, 2-2 the count remains. And Eden just missing away again. Now it's 3-2. Get it right at least once every game. Foul ball back to the net. Jackson hanging alive. 0-2 on the night. A walk and 2 strikeouts. Both teams recording 3 hits. Good display by the pitchers on both sides. Cronulla with Alex Brook, Ethan Teixeira, and now Kurt Eden. And then Mitchell Skinner, Dylan Clark dominant for Blacktown. The new left fielder for Cronulla is Emrys Mulville. Takes over from Simon Parker in left field. Kurt Eden walking Jackson in the end, so Blacktown with a runner on board. Harrison Dobb will bat here in the 9 hole. Ball nicely blocked there by Alex Howe, going down and away. Ball 1 for Harrison Dobb. 2-0 now. Parker. Nice play there by Hayden Parker. Got the ball over to Matt Palmer at second base. Just couldn't turn it over to Jaden Cavill at first base to complete the double play, but Thomas Jackson's retired at second base. And that's the first out of the inning. Turns the line up over for Brent Iredale. Takes ball one from Eden down and away. Dobb going on the pitch, but Iredale fouls it off, so he'll have to go back to first. One ball and a strike for Brent Iredale. Swing and miss, backdoor over to first, but back in time is Harrison Dobb. 1-2 now for Iredale. So the 1-2 from Eden. Down, missing. And Harrison Dobb will be thrown out at second base. Nice throw there by Alex Howe. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Kurt Eden now one pitch away from getting out of this eighth. And getting his Cronulla side one last chance to claw back a couple of runs. Maybe send this game into extras or at least the bottom of the ninth. Ground ball hit to Parker at third. Strong throw across the diamond. Iredale's not quick enough. I thought he might have been safe, but Dave Brody at first says he's out. And that will retire the top of the ninth. And we'll head to the bottom. So we'll head to we'll end the bottom of the eighth, and we'll head to the top of the ninth. Blacktown leading it 3-0. Top of the ninth here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Game 1 of the New South Wales State League first grade minor semi-final. Blacktown with the 3-0 lead over the Cronulla Sharks. That's last chance to learn here for the Sharks. Jaden Cavill's going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Kurt Eden. And then Darcy Edwards behind him. And on the mound for the Blacktown Workers to close this one out is the Todd Cougar Grattan. And he has Jaden Cavill down 0-2. Cavill did work back from an 0-2 count in his previous at-bat. We'll need to do something similar here. Grattan missing upstairs, climbing the ladder without any luck. 3-1. He did avoid a couple of check swings in his previous at-bat, did Cavill. Looks like both of these semi-finals could be finishing at the same time. Cavill rips that one, but only as far as left fielder Nathan Skinner. And that's the first out here. One out here, top of the ninth. We've got one out over in the bottom of the ninth between Borkham Hills and MacArthur. Adam Bates on the mound for Borkham Hills, looking to shut the door. Sorry, Adam Bates on the mound for MacArthur, rather. Looking to shut the door on Borkham Hills. It's a 3-2 ball game over there with one out. Bottom half of the lineup coming up for Borkham Hills. Now Kurt Eden. And sounds like a close play at first. Swing and a miss by Eden, 0-2. Two strikes on Kurt Eden. Inside pitch. Lachlan Boyarski just unable to get the throw across the diamond. Hunted the ball down as it rolled up the third baseline. And Kurt Eden will be aboard with a single, only the fourth hit for the Sharks tonight. And the seventh hit of this ball game. So looks like we have a pinch hitter here in the form of Kobe Painter. And Jackie Bunis batting for Borkham Hills over on Diamond 2. Last chance for the Kookaburras in the bottom of the ninth with two out. Painter fouling that one up and falling over in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike for him. No, it's Darcy Edwards. Kobe Painter is the pinch runner for Kurt Eden. Strike in the outside corner by Todd Gutton. Third time lucky. Kobe Painter was the hitter in place of Kurt Eden. So Kobe Painter with the single up the third base in the previous at-bat. Now it's Darcy Edwards. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls that one off. Count will remain 1-2. Outside corner. 2-2 now the count. Sharks not going down without a fight. Neither are Borkham Hills. Eunice walks. A time run now on base for Jimmy Nadai for the Borkham Hills side. Back to the top of their lineup. Darcy Edwards takes that one up. So full count now. Hayden Parker due up next. See if there isn't a pinch hitter waiting in the wings. Fouls that one off. Good protection swing there by Darcy Edwards. Count remains 3-2. Kobe Painter standing at first. Straight down the middle for strike 3. Darcy Edwards wanted nothing to do with it, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. And Blacktown are 1 out away from wrapping this one up. We have another pinch hitter. And MacArthur have shut that game out. So they win game 1 over on Diamond 2. Defeating the Orioles, defeating the Kookaburras 3-2. And Blacktown 1 out away here from picking up a 3-0 win. James Burgess, the pinch hitter for the Sharks. Fouling that one off into his foot. Last chance for the Sharks. 2 out here. Top of the 9th inning, trailing 3-0. Big weekend of semi-final action coming up. So make sure if you can't get out here to Blacktown International Sports Park, make sure you catch the action on the Baseball New South Wales YouTube channel. That ball hit into right field, but only as far as Thomas Jackson. Doesn't make a mistake this time. And that will do us, ladies and gentlemen. Blacktown Workers take game 1 of this New South Wales State League first grade minor semi-final. Mitchell Skinner, 5 1/3 innings, 82 pitches, followed by Dylan Clark, 2 2/3, then Todd Grattan coming out of the bullpen to get the save. Alex Brooks started it for the Sharks. He couldn't get out of the 5th, giving up the 3 runs of the ball game, the only runs of the ball game in the 5th inning. Ethan Teixeira came out, settled things down before Kurt Eden through the last 2 innings for the Sharks. Not much to report offensively, but Brent Iredale and Thomas Jackson scoring runs, as well as Josh Guy with the steal of home for the Blacktown Workers. Iredale walking twice, so did Alex Johnson, Nathan Skinner, and Thomas Jackson. And for the Sharks, it was Michael Campbell reaching on a couple of walks with Alex Howe, Kurt Eden, and Matt Palmer also walking. Hayden Parker going 2 for 3 on the night. Blacktown take game 1 of this series. They'll be looking to wrap it up on Saturday and earn a hard work Sunday off. Make sure you join us for the rest of the semi-finals. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you on the weekend.